Hi, and welcome to the Two-Way Street Coffee House Friday night concert series. Tonight we have Heather Styka. I'm so excited. And I think the last time we saw her was Montreal, probably last year in 2019 at Folk Alliance. And I could barely get up to her. She was so popular at that event.
So next week we have George Mattson Trio, so don't miss that.
But don't forget, donate to the Two-Way Street. If you make a donation tonight or through Monday while you're watching the rebroadcast of tonight's concert, you can make a donation and help support Heather, because this is how we make this happen. These virtual concerts happen by your donation. So please go to the twowaystreet.org and find the donate button, make a donation of your choice, and help support us, because this is really fun and it's really beautiful music, and we're bringing more love in the world this way, you know? We have, I forgot about the virtual sing around too. Tomorrow, Saturday, 2:00 Central Time, we have a community virtual event. It's a sing around. You can bring your instrument, you can bring your voice, you can just listen if you want. It's a fun event. It feels pretty fun community wise, and come check it out.
November began a 5-week virtual celebration in honor of Two-Way Street's 50th anniversary. So we are so excited to be celebrating virtually. We are going to be commemorating each decade at the Two-Way Street, honoring 50 years of artists, volunteers, and patrons.
We've been highlighting special moments and memories on our Facebook page. Check it out if you haven't already.
Yes. And we hope that we're going to upload some of that content to our new website. So please be patient as we work out some of the kinks with that. But we're excited to have a new website that's going to be able to have all of this great stuff.
And the donate buttons are on the new website. So go make that donation after the show, please, please, please.
Yes. Okay. So for the main event, tonight we have Chicago songwriter Heather Styka, who cuts to the truth with gutsy vulnerability. With a heartfelt croon that brings to mind Billie Holiday or Patsy Cline, Styka combines the lyrical intricacy of folk with a catchy melodic pop sensibility and the grit of classic country in songs that are smart and disarming.
Representing the 2010s, Heather was a fixture at the Two-Way Street since she was 13 years old, a frequent attendee of the last Thursday open mic, which started way back when. And then Heather honed her skills on the Two-Way Street stage. I mean, it's a great opportunity, right? So now she's an international touring artist. She's a diligent student, and her 2018 album North has garnered much praise from the folk world.
Yeah. So without further ado, welcome Heather Styka.
How did I get muted? I don't know how I did that, but thank you, Joel and Jennifer. And FYI, love the new website. Looks so good. Those of us who have seen the former website are amazed at the high-techness of the pretty new website. Beautiful fonts and everything. Hello, Internet Land. Thank you for joining me. We are not in the Two-Way Street in person, but those of us who have been there, or those of us who have a special place in our hearts for the Two-Way, I want you to close your eyes at given moments and picture yourself there. And one way that I'm picturing myself there is that I just went and made a cup of hot broth. Used to get that for 50 cents, broth. So pretty great. Then it was $1, maybe? I don't know. Broth never really went up in rate because it was kind of a hard sell for everyone except for me. Good broth. All right. Thanks, Two-Way Street. Okay, songs. This is one I wrote in 2016 as I was driving across the country, and I don't know, this election happened, and I was like grappling with what is democracy and why and how, and also listening to the Hamilton soundtrack on repeat, thinking about personal accountability and working together and the way we all crossed the plains to cover this land, manifest destiny style, and the good and the bad of that. let's put it this way. If life is a study between breaking even and breaking apart, I've collected all of the data I need, and now I'm looking for the correlation. Measure my days in parking violations. I just pay and pay and pay. Ooh, we wanna make it better. Ooh, but we're not sure how. Ooh, take one step forward. Ooh, there's no looking back now. I've played the tourist. I went to find the place where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Oh, what a beautiful thing that we have the right to get it wrong half of the time, and we overcompensate the course correction. Can't agree upon a general direction, but time moves forward anyway. Ooh, we wanna make it better. Ooh, but we're not sure how. Ooh, take one step forward. Ooh, there's no looking back now. Was in California, I got there by car. In motels at night, I dreamed of snake bites and oxen and carts. Now I just fill up the tank. Oh, it's the easiest thing to run away. But the consequence of leaving home is we find new ones. Spread so thin we're everywhere and nowhere at once, until our atoms drift away. Ooh, we wanna make it better. Ooh, but we're not sure how. Ooh, we take one step forward. Ooh, there's no looking back now. What time to be alive. We got baggage, now we know what's inside. We gotta carry it. We gotta carry it. We can't carry it alone. We wanna make it better. Ooh, but we're not sure how. Ooh, take one step forward. Ooh, there's no looking back now. 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 How strange to think that 2016 was a mere 4 years ago. It's been a lifetime, hasn't it? Well, speaking of lifetimes, 50 years is a long time for a folk venue or anything to be carrying on. And I'm so glad to be part of this celebration, because the Two-Way Street was the most instrumental space probably in my entire life for offering me what it did. as a musician, as a young budding musician. So something that I thought I would do tonight, since I'm representing the 2010s, and it's crazy for me to think that I've been touring for a decade now. I know I've been playing for over a decade, but basically I graduated college in 2010 and then hit the road on and off, and here we are. Here we are. So I'm going to do one or two songs from each record going back. So those of you who were with me this whole time, and we're going to start with Travel in Teacups from 2009, a song called Clementine. He's occupied my thoughts on and off for over a year now. He doesn't pay any rent, and I don't pay any mind. He's gonna find me out, gonna find me in the library with a candlestick. Gonna find out I've been waiting all this time. Clementine, I'm hatching a plan. You're the first to laugh and the last to leave. What do you say? We ride our bikes down to Germany. Clementine, I know you're like me. You fall in love with everyone you meet. We fall in love with everyone we meet. So here I go again, running into him on strange street corners. It's going on my list of things I like to do. He combs his hair and heads out west. I love them all, but I love him the best. I love them all, but I love him the best. Clementine, I'm hatching a plan. You're the first to laugh and the last to leave. What do you say? We ride our bikes down to Germany. Clementine, I know you're like me. You fall in love with everyone you meet. You fall in love with everyone you meet. Clementine, Clementine, I know you're like me. You fall in love with everyone you meet. You fall in love with everyone you meet. We fall in love with everyone we meet. I fall in love with everyone I meet. What a throwback. I wrote that in college, and I was going to this open mic in the city, and I had already felt like I was kind of like, I wouldn't say professional, but it wasn't my first rodeo at the open mic, even though I was like 18, because I've been going to the high school, college age ones at Two-Way Street. So it gave me a really unworthy sense of self-confidence going to Two-Way Street from so early on. But after I'd written that song, just something I was thinking about as I was running through it today. I hadn't played it in a while. And in that time in my life, I felt kind of ashamed maybe, or I felt sorry for myself that I just kept falling in love with people, that I had this like just totally bruisable open heart. And in retrospect, that's a superpower, and one that maybe we need right now. If you're hurting in this moment, that's not a bad thing. I mean, the pain is bad, but it's a sign that you have empathy and love, and those are good things in my book. So On to 2011, Lifeboats for Atlantis. That's the next record. And this was the big one. We did like a big release at Two-Way Street, and it was it was a big deal to me. It was a huge deal to me. And right after that, I started touring more and really got into the world. I promise I won't do my entire history, but I've had fun putting these in chronological order. This is a song that I wrote when I was working on an outdoor patio as a bartender, server, cocktail waitress over at Corcoran's, which used to be the Earl of Old Town. So like Steve Goodman's ghost was hanging around, and this song just came to me when the wind was blowing. Wind, oh wind, won't you take me with you? I see you shaking up the trees, I feel you moving the seas. Wind, oh wind, can't I come along? Wherever you blow, I will bring my song. Last night I heard the wind cry out to the moon, follow me, and I will write you a tune. I will play it on the leaves of the poplars you kiss with your light, shimmering white. Wind, oh wind, won't you take me with you? I see you shaking up the trees, I feel you moving the seas. Wind, oh wind, can't I come along? Wherever you blow, I will bring my song. Yesterday I heard the wind whisper out to the sun, leave that old daily path, and I will find you a new one. 'Cause I blow where I will, and I go where I please. You are tied to your rhythms, I am tied to the breeze. Wind, oh wind, won't you take me with you? I see you shaking up the trees, I feel you moving the seas. Wind, oh wind, can't I come along? Wherever you blow, I will bring this song. Wherever you blow, I will sing this song. Moving forward in our time capsule to 2014, when the record I put out was called While This Planet Spins Beneath Our Feet. And I moved to Maine, made all kinds of lovely life changes, and yeah, that was a big time. This is a song I wrote for a couple friends named Emily and one honorary Emily named Michelle. If you're out there, Michelle, shout out. But it's a friendship song, so anyone can be my Emily in this. And I stole a line from what I thought was the poet Rumi, but it might be just Ram Dass. I don't know. Either way, maybe they've both said it. It's a good line. We're all just walking each other home. Emily, I do believe you're doing everything right. Take as long as you like. Call me if you need to walk by someone's side tonight. We're all just walking each other home while this planet spins beneath our feet. Emily, sometimes it seems the horizon's too far, but it's never more than a handful of miles from wherever we are. We are just walking each other home while this planet spins beneath our feet. Emily, don't hitch your wagon to an undeserving star. You've waited so long, saving your secrets inside a mason jar. And I know that you know you are more than enough. But if you ever need a reminder, let this song repeat until you believe. We're all just walking each other home while this planet spins beneath our feet. This planet spins beneath our feet. That feels good. I hope you're having as much fun out there as I am here. I haven't really been playing very much because I've been in grad school and also COVID. So it feels very nice to perform for you out there in the world somewhere. I think we'll stay in 2014 on the album While This Planet Spins Beneath Our Feet for one more song. We might come back to these records, but right now it's a time capsule of 2010 to 2020. I won't play this one because it's appropriate for the weather as things get colder and darker and, well, not too much longer before it all turns around. I did write this one living in Maine, and it shows. Could also apply for living in Canada, which I'm thinking about very seriously lately. Days are getting shorter, cicadas getting loud, apples getting riper, hanging heavy on the bough. Nights are getting colder, gather wood left from the storm, stack it tall and tidy, one day it'll keep me warm. Put on the birch log, put on the pine, I'm saving the ash and the oak for another fire that will burn slow through the night. Morning's getting darker, free the coals till they ignite. Give it air and timber, pine, gold, birch, white. You won't be here to tend it, and neither will I. So let's burn it hot and quick now for the thrill of the light. Put on the birch log, put on the pine, I'm saving the ash and the oak for another fire that will burn slow through the night. One of these days, Lord, I will keep a steady burn. Keep a steady burn. My boots are getting restless, stove is getting cold. I'll be back this way after the leaves turn gold. If you're not ready to hold me by the first snowfall, you won't get another chance to hold me at all. Put on the birch log, put on the pine. I'm saving the ash and the oak for another fire that will burn slow through the night. That will burn slow through the night. That will burn slow through the night. I'm going to need lyrics for this next one because it is from the Bittersweet tapes, which came out in 2016. And we recorded that in Tulsa just with like this little 4-track tape recorder and Too Many Feelings. It's a pure breakup album start to finish, but it's also a nice kind of nice and hard times. But it holds such a special place in my heart that I don't always play stuff from it. But this one I realized I like. It's called Sugarcoat, and it's about, well, I'll just let you decide. I talk too much. All right, that works. You said a lot of things, and we made a lot of plans. And when the bottom fell out, landed on my feet. 'Cause I come from a long line of women who are kind, who do anything to help another soul in need. So tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're really feeling. I will listen, and I will always be on the line. You don't need to sugarcoat it. Bring me all your pain and hope, and when the world turns upside down, we will still get by. I've been called a lunch pail poet, 'cause every day I go to work. But when you're singing for your supper, some nights you go hungry. As for love, I've known lots of it, not often the kind you keep. I'm well versed at letting go when they let go of me. So tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're really feeling. I will listen, and I will always be on the line. You don't need to sugarcoat it. Bring me all your pain and hope, and when the world turns upside down, we will still get by. Who can compare the weight of two hearts? I have watched my friends weather unimaginable storms, these blizzards with no two snowflakes alike, piling up in new patterns against our doors. It's a hospital visit, it's another totaled car. It's out of your control, it's right where you are. The crucible of each morning makes you stronger than you know. You will bend, but you won't break, 'cause you are made of gold. So tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're really feeling. I will listen, and I will always be on the line. You don't need to sugarcoat it. Bring me all your pain and hope, and when the world turns upside down, we will still get by. You don't need to sugarcoat it. Bring me all your pain and hope, and when the world turns upside down, we will still get by. All right, hope you guys are doing well out there in the world. Thank you for joining me here at the Two-Way Street. Actually, I'm in my apartment in Chicago, but together we are the two-way street. I'm so honored to be a part of this 50, I almost said 40th. I was there at the 40th anniversary, and here we are at the 50th. Is that how it happens? Then the next album that I put out was North, and that's the latest. I have been recording some other things. There's some videos, some short little projects, but all of these do exist on records in the world, except for, I say records, I mean CDs. I haven't done any vinyl. But the Bittersweet Tapes is out of print, I should mention. So you have to find it on iTunes or Spotify or any of those digital places if you want that last one. But they're all out there in all of those places. So anything you like, you can hear again. But if you want to purchase a record, a CD, compact disc, that's the word. If you want a compact disc in your life, you can go to heatherstyka.bandcamp.com. That's where you can find them. I always forget to tell people that you can do that. So now I'm remembering. Let's do this song. Yeah. Okay. This is another 2016 song. They're all sounding sort of hauntingly familiar here in 2020, but with a different flavor. I'm trying to think of the person who, oh yeah. You know Paul Simon's Boy in the Bubble, that song? I've always been sort of fascinated by the big concept underneath about everything in the modern era being a kind of miracle, like technologies like this happening between us is absolutely miraculous. I mean, this is some wizard magic craziness that I'm talking into that dot, and you, wherever you are getting those sound waves and feeling something from it. It's nuts to me when I really start thinking about it. And I was thinking about that in the wake of the election and being afraid of nuclear annihilation and among other things. And it was quite a time. It hasn't stopped being quite a time. But when I would see the planes in the sky going in the same direction, all on their flight path to O'Hare, it felt like a definite kind of miracle. I knew that it was just planes doing their job, but I don't know. If you want to believe in magic, you can definitely do it. Driving down the highway past O'Hare, planes stretch across the sky like half a dozen stars of Bethlehem. Hard to pinpoint why I'm feeling like the world's about to end. Some folks want to build a wall, some folks are gunning men down. There's no sense to it all, but sure that's obvious by now. While the ghosts of our worst selves hang around, haunting corridors of binary code. If I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, this would all make sense to me. All the neon storefront psychics are being replaced by artists and tacos and yoga studios. Same difference, I guess. Never got my fortune read there anyhow. We slipped under the fence, cemetery in the snow, kissed on a stone bench, souls resting in peace below. Still haven't learned the difference until love and letting go, so I'm just casting new actors for the part of my new hope. If I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, this would all make sense to me. Something, I've got it. Some days I'm amazed at the beauty of the world, and other days I can't believe the cruelty of this world, and often in between I don't know what to say. So I drove from Lakeshore to the runway at midnight, mumbling prayers to no one in particular. Keep singing the same song till we finally get the notes right. I look to you to lead us home, oh, holding pattern in plain lights. If I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, this would all make sense to me. If I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, if I could hear that song one more time, this would all make sense to me. I'll do one more from North before I do some new stuff. I know the story, I know the score. I have heard this melody a dozen times before. I've been taken by the hand, I have danced this very floor. Please be kind, 'cause you're the kind that I fall for. Every pair of blue eyes I can't ignore. Every charming gentleman who holds open the door. Every clown who makes me laugh till I can't laugh anymore. Please be kind, 'cause you're the kind that I fall for. If I made a list of everything I can't resist, you might think I was describing you. And if I can't have your kisses, and I've been wasting all my wishes, I don't know what I would do. I know the story. God help me, I once swore I wouldn't let my heart again swim this far from the shore. Now I'm Please be kind, 'cause you're the kind that I fall for. Whenever I play those songs from North, I hear that we had this Danish backing band called the Sentimentals, and they play with all kinds of wonderful people, and I always hear them in my head. They're with me everywhere I go. 3 Danish dudes that live in my brain, but they also live in the world, and you should check them out. Okay, all right. Yeah, I want to do some squeeze in a couple new ones here. Let's try this one. I thank you for coming with me on that little journey through my discography. So the past 10 years have been a pretty busy time musically, and since COVID hit, my priorities have been elsewhere. I mean, songs have been something that I turn to, but not something I participate in exactly. I'm messing up because I haven't played a real live show in person since January, like everyone else. But this was a song about my making up with songs. Like, we're cool again. I love songs, and I kind of forgot that for a short while. So here goes. My Chicago songwriting group was the reason that this even came in existence. So thanks, guys. This is the longest I have been in one place in my adult life. I'm learning what it means to have a home. My tarot cards agree that I am blocked, hitting a wall. It's almost fall and I have nothing much to show. How old will I be before I stop expecting school shoes the moment it gets cool in the morning? Cicadas sing their final act. I'd like to write a song like that to take me back to long days of before. Tell me I was something good. Tell me I'm not done. Was a time I could turn lead into gold. Tell me I was something good to someone. I miss those songs, I miss those friends, I miss the road. Amethyst and amber and some shells from the sea. I got no cash, but I won't have my pockets empty. Right now coping looks like leaving to the recesses of my mind. Trips to the coast, coffee in Prague with a glass of wine. Lately I've been quiet, haven't had much to say. Or maybe I've had lots, but I'm saving thoughts for a rainy day. I read that anxiety manifests in different ways. Well, I can't afford to look it in the face. Tell me I was something good. Tell me I'm not done. Was a time I could turn lead into gold. Tell me I was something good to someone. I miss those songs, I miss those friends, I miss the road. Tell me I was something good. Tell me I'm not done. Was a time I could turn lead into gold. To someone. I miss those songs, I miss those friends, I miss the road. Late night listening to melodies of friends and ex-lovers and the heroes I once held when I was 22. I have filled my heart with static, sold my paper and pen. I think I'm ready for songs to mean something again. I have filled my heart with static, sold my paper and pen. I think I'm ready for songs to mean something Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Thinking about things. Let's do this. Oh, hello. We can do that if you want. I've got a handful. Let's do this one. No, I want to do another new one. Let's do that. That's how I feel. Okay. This one's fresh. Funny how the seasons send me back in time. Certain kind of breeze, and I'm caught in my mind. I'm suddenly driving across upper New York and Michigan, with the trees bare but for red oak, and I'm sleeping in Binghamton. I never liked that town, but I always passed through. You never traveled that road, but it reminds me of you. When that mix you made was all I played, and you were always on my mind. I don't miss your face, but I miss that time. Funny how I defined love by the way it felt when I left. When leaving frames all your days, all you have are vignettes. So I ate in diners alone, falling for who I thought you'd be. And you waited by your phone, hoping to hear from me. Looking back, I love the road more than I ever loved you. But don't we all want someone to come home to? When that mix you made was all I played, and you were always on my mind. I don't miss your face, I just miss that time. Some days it feels that old life is over, but it's only time to turn the record over. The needle is hissing with static in the empty groove. May the B-side be even better than the A. May the B-side be even better than the A. We got old songs to get us through the day. We got new songs with new things to say. May the B-side be even better than the A. May the B-side be even better than the A. We got old songs to get us through the day. We got new songs with new things to say. Oh, that mix you made was all I played, and you were always on my mind. I don't miss your face, I just miss that time. All right, I've got a couple more here. Yes, dos. Let's do this one. If I've been hitting you in the feeling spot, I partly apologize, but this is as cathartic and necessary for me as it might be for you. It's stressful not knowing things, however you feel about outcomes, but you know how I feel? I have a lot of feelings, but mostly I feel like votes should always be counted. That's the whole system we agreed to. So glad we're out there counting them. Maybe something happened between 8 o'clock and now that settles everything. Maybe not. But this is a song about grapefruits and coffee, which actually as a combo turns out it heightens anxiety. So don't do that right now. But it's also about the Perseid meteor shower and planetary motion and pickles. And of course, nuclear annihilation, because that's always a thing lately. Coffee and a grapefruit and another morning. How strange to feel surprised that we're okay. They're flirting with annihilation, giving warnings that they might press the button any day. Now I've been thinking about the eclipse, about the phases of the moon, how a shadow is just someplace that the sunlight can't pass through. If this whole planet's moving, then the shadow's moving too. It comes and goes, it's inevitable. The other day I read that truth is when your head and heart agree. All in all, I'm doing fine, but I can't recall that happening to me. You wanna go to Nova Scotia, 'cause you've never been. I remember when I first went there alone. I ate homemade bread and pickles, sat on the sand, spent the evening collecting shells and stones. Now I've been trying to find the words to explain just how I feel, but that's a hard task 'cause I don't really know. But I'll set that aside to watch the coming of the tide. If you want to go to Nova Scotia, we should go. The other day I read that truth is when your head and heart agree. All in all, I'm doing fine, but I can't recall that happening to me. Last night, some friends and I went to an open field to watch the Perseids fall down from the sky, making wishes on every shooting star. Some were small and quick, some were long and bright. Well, it's good I'm not a gambler, 'cause I don't know when to quit. When a perfect moment passes, I just want another hit, waiting for another meteor to burn through brightly lit. Can we stay to catch another one? The other day I read that truth is when your head and heart agree. All in all, I'm doing fine, but I can't recall that happening to me. The other day I read that truth is when your head and heart agree. Until they align, I'm just waiting for the truth to come to me. All right, well, I'm going to close with this one. And wherever you are, I hope you will sing along. This is a 2016 song for sure. I wrote it after going to a folk music conference right after the election. And if you happen to have been a person who was hoping that Hillary Clinton would win, that was a pretty rough day the next day and a pretty rough week. And so we were like basically singing Kumbaya in these hallways and hugging each other and supporting. And for like a couple days, I felt so much love and support from the music community that it seemed like I felt empowered. And I thought about the power of songs. And I wrote this one for me. I wasn't even really planning on sharing it with anyone. I just put it on the internet, and but turns out it spoke to some people. And so now I've been playing it kind of across the country the past 4 years, because I don't think it's about red or blue. I feel very fortunate that I've got to travel through all the red states and the blue states, and people are not red or blue. When you look at those percentages, people disagree everywhere you go. But we got to figure out how to make it better. And I think love's at the core of that, even if we can't agree on loving. New York in November, we were all a little fragile, arming ourselves against the apocalypse with Leonard Cohen songs. I went down to Coney Island, trying to chase down Woody Guthrie, ask if this land's still my land too. Every shot, every word that is fired, there is no way to make it okay. But let me love harder, love harder, love harder than the hate. Oh, let me love harder, love harder, love harder than the hate. The more I awake, the more it feels like a dream, playing guitar in a hotel bed, with the channel and the news, any channel that you choose. It's more storms ahead. Every shot, every word that is fired, there is no way to make it okay. But let me love harder, love harder, love harder than the hate. Oh, let me love harder, love harder, love harder than the hate. Now I love this country, I've been through every state. Blue and red, we all want to make it great. But in the whole expanse of history, what good ever came from hate? Now I saw a choir of refugees singing this little light of mine. I know there's work to do, we can't just sing the dark away. But it's a place to start, and I need a place to start to love harder than the hate. Every shot, every word that is fired, there is no way to make it okay. But let me love harder, love harder, love harder than the hate. Oh, let me love harder, love harder, love harder than the hate.
Sounded fantastic.
Oh, great job, Heather.
Thanks, guys.
We are so glad that you opened our 50th anniversary celebration. So thank you so much for being here. We actually got to sit down with Heather and her parents, Randy and Debbie, and we had a whole little conversation. So you might want to check that out on our Facebook page. But yeah, so thanks, Heather. You were fantastic as always. We really appreciate you and your wonderful music.
Thank you.
Virtual house.
It was packed.
Beautiful.
The virtual house was packed, and I have my hat on.
It really was.
Oh, that's my hat. I mean, that's your hat. That is my name on it.
Make a donation at twoaystreet.org to, support this concert tonight and support our virtual celebration and these fine artists. But also go to Heather's website and buy a T-shirt, buy a hat.
My hat.
Get a CD.
I have that hat.
Streaming services and listen to her music because, gosh, it just, I don't know. It hits me right there.
Do you have one more for us, do you think, tonight?
Sure.
That's fantastic.
Always, of course.
Encore.
Thank you.
Encore. Thank you so much, Heather.
And
Thanks for having me. This has been a real treat, and I love that you're wearing the hat. That makes me so happy. The hat has that says "Please be kind" on it.
Kind. Oh man, I'm a sucker for some good merch. So this is it. This had my name on it. I was like, I need to own that hat, and here it is.
Well, we'll lighten the mood with a fun little heart song. Thank you, Two-Way Street. Thank you, Joel and Jennifer and Tim for helping this, and all the other volunteers, and for Dave Humphreys for keeping this going for many, many, many of the 50 years, and all the people involved. It's a treasure. Check out the Two-Way Street. They're doing live streams every Friday, and the next few weeks, it's all celebrating 50 years of songs every Friday. I'm a brave aviator in the stories that I write. Fearless lion tamer, daring it all every night. And there's nothing I won't tell when I'm behind my guitar. But when I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. Yeah, when I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. Oh, 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 oh. I have driven through the storm with my hands firm behind the wheel. I've not been too proud to knock on doors and beg for a meal. I'm a wholehearted chance taker, not afraid to fall apart. But when I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. Yeah, when I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. Oh, 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 oh. You can call me brave with all the risks you I take. You can call me honest in the music I make. You can call me a fool, but there's one way I am smart. When I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. Yeah, when I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. Oh, 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 oh. close. With all your good intentions, oh, your disarming prose. So I grasp these chords like a talisman to protect against love's start. And when I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart. You can call me a fool, but there's one way I am smart. When I'm standing beside you, I am careful with my heart.
Yay! Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you for being with us tonight as we kick off our 50th anniversary celebration.
I'm so glad. Yeah, I just had to take my notes. Yeah, you're more than something good. That's your new song, a world debut here. We've heard it.
Oh,
That's
amazing. Amazing. So
Couple
don't
of new
forget,
songs.
don't forget to donate, www.twowaystreet.org. And we also have a sing around tomorrow.
Yes. And next week we have the George Mattson Trio. So
yes. So thank you, Heather.
Support us tonight, and thank you, Heather, for kicking us off.
You're fantastic.